I believe this will be my sixth mega box of 2025 Topps Holiday Baseball. I'm looking for the Chrome cards. I initially thought the Chrome cards might be 1 and 2 boxes, but I'm starting to think it's more than likely that they are 1 and 3 or even harder than that. Um, because the first, I believe it was 3 boxes I think maybe, I don't know. I can look back at the other videos, or you can too. Um, I got a numbered relic card, and it was in a foil, so in a kind of rainbow foil. And then I got, I think, or maybe it was like 1 chrome or 2 chrome after. I don't know. Maybe it was 2 out of 4. But then the last, I think, box, and then one of the other ones had unnumbered chromes. And at first, I thought because of the numbered chrome that I got, that I thought, oh, or not the chrome, but the relics were all numbered. But like I said, the last, I meant to say relic instead of chrome. The last box and one of the last ones were both relics and unnumbered. So I'm thinking those are much more common, and it's pretty obvious, I believe, that all the chrome are numbered. And so I'm thinking it's 1 and 3 boxes, and maybe even tougher than that. So let's see what I got. That would be a bummer. I really wish maybe next year they do just a base chrome and then do the numbered ones too. Um, and put, they didn't put any chrome in the tins. They're just in the mega boxes, and I'd like to see them do 1 chrome in a tin and 2 chromes in the mega box. I think that would be ideal, and then it'd be a realistic set to put together. With that kind of odds. And so, but yeah, it's obviously nobody's putting the chrome set together, even though they're fairly high numbered. Um, so well, I shouldn't say nobody. I'm sure there's somebody putting the chrome set together. Let me see. I always forget to get the ornament card out. And there it is. Okay, let's see what our ornament is. And our ornament is Babe Ruth. That's a nice one. I don't know how big this set is. I've got, like I said, 5 others. So I think 5, maybe even, I don't know. This might be 6th or 7th box. I don't know. I don't keep too track of it until I look at the other videos, and then I see what I wrote down, where I'm at, where I left off. So okay. Hopefully we get a chrome. If we get a chrome, maybe I'll start to think it is 1 and 2 boxes. But I'm starting to think it's 1 and 3, at least. Maybe even tougher. Especially since they're all numbered, and that's what it sounds like. Because I didn't see anything in the checklist or odds that indicated there was like a base chrome. Randy Arozarena, Alex Bregman, and I do have my cheat sheet here to see what I need. I'm already put together one set, um, and that was in 3 tins and 4 mega boxes. And the set's only 200 cards, so it's an easy set to put together. And I'm only, about 10 cards away from another set, and I've gotten written down what I need. Manny Machado, Kobe Mayo, Brian Reynolds. There's a good one. Nick Kurtz, rookie. Ellie De La Cruz, Ryan Hesley, newest Oriole, my team. Spencer Steer. And our first silver is Hunter Green. You get 5 silvers per mega box, and these are kind of embossed. You can feel that, the sparkle and stuff. I like that they do it a little different, you know. Previous years, I think it was like snowflakes that you could feel or something like that. Yeah, I gotta remember to do it in front so we don't see what's on back there. Look like a short print. Gunnar Henderson, Andrew McCutcheon, Jordan Lawler, Mark Vientos, Caden Dana, George Kirby, Rafael Devers in the Giants uni. Looks good. Yeah, I like that this set is updated. It's got, like I said, Nick Kurtz we got already. So Yu Darvish. So all the changes and rookies that didn't come up in the first couple of weeks, which is everybody. There's only a few that come up the first couple of weeks. Austin Riley, and okay, it's a snowflake. You get one of these per box, and the only way you can tell is you have to look on back. The front is identical to the base cards. The only way you can tell is you have to look in back. Kevin Alcantara on the snowflake. Yeah, I'm not crazy about those short prints where it's either something different about the back or something like that, and you can't tell looking at the front. Yeah, I'm not crazy about those cards because, I mean, what do? Get them graded and say, can you put the back in front at PS? I mean, so do you display it with the back so people can see that it's a short print? I guess not. But I mean, yeah, I'm not that big of a fan about doing something on the back of the card to make it a short print or something like that. Yeah, it's all right, but it's no big deal. Unless I suppose that it was really short printed, like I don't know, like only 5 or 10, something like that, like a clear card or something like that. But again, still, you wouldn't know. Most people wouldn't know. David Festa, Drew Romo, Dallas Garcia, Riley Green, Will Wagner, Austin Wells, Mike Trout, Sal Frelick, Ronald Acuna Jr., and our silver is Emmanuel Clase. I kind of feel like he was given the or else deal. I think he owed some money gambling because he got. I don't know if you heard about this, read the story. He didn't get paid like the first couple of years he was doing this, which says to me that he was likely paying off a debt. And even when he did get paid this year, um, we're talking about insignificant amounts compared, thousands of dollars, maybe 5,000 or something like that. At least that's what's reported. I mean, it could have been more, but still, when you're talking about somebody at his age that almost certainly would be making 20 million a year sometime soon. Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense unless he was threatened. And because of that, he might get off of this on this. We'll see. If that's the case, if he felt like it was an or else, the only thing that might hurt him is the last year that he actually took money. So I don't know if he was still paying off or I don't know. Um, yeah, it's a shame because, like I said, easily he'd be making 20 million a year. You see some of these guys already selling for or signing for pretty close to that, and they're not on the caliber of Emmanuel. So yeah, it doesn't make sense unless you think that he was like given the or else deal. Vinny Pasquantino, Jarren Duran, Griffin Conine, Logan Gilbert, Moises Ballesteros, Bryce Harper. Not having any luck on the cards we needed, but that happens. Garrett Crochet, Jackson Merrill, and Sean Burke. In our light blue, you get one of these per box also as Luis Robert Jr. There's 3 parallels you get per box, and you get the 5 silver. You also get a dark blue metallic foil, dark blue foil, and then you get the snowflake. Those are the one. And then you either get a relic or a chrome card or autograph relic. And needless to say, I've not hit an autograph or autograph relic yet. Just and only one numbered relic, which I'm starting to wonder. I'm starting to think there are a lot more relics. The more I think about it, the chrome are probably like 1 or 4, 1 and 5, or maybe even 1 and 10. I don't know. Might have just got lucky because the chromes are numbered. You got one of the relics was numbered, and it was numbered to 299. That's a lot. And then there were 2 unnumbered. So if you got a relic that's numbered to 299, that means those unnumbered relics are easily that much, if not 1,000. So yeah, I'm starting to think the chrome are a lot tougher than I thought they were. Drake Baldwin, Brenton Doyle, Cam Smith. Just check the age of Cam Smith here real quick. Excuse me. I was just curious about that. 03. So he's up there, 22. I guess that's actually pretty good still. Just wondered. Jackson Jobe, Bo Bichette. Yeah, I guess he's a free agent, right? Yeah. That'll be interesting to see where he goes. 165, because, yeah. I imagine Toronto wants to keep him, but you would have thought if they were going to do it, they would have done it already. They had the opportunity. So it's kind of interesting. I imagine, I wouldn't be surprised if Boros is his agent who's going to say, go for free agency. Boros will always want to go for free agency. And Shane McClanahan. And this is a chrome. Okay. Maybe it's 1 and 2. Maybe it is 1 and 2. Chase Dollander. and it's to 199. It's a blue chrome. Not bad. Not bad. And Julio on the silver. That's a good one. But yeah, well, that makes me feel a little better. But yeah, I don't know. I still think they're probably 1 and 3 boxes, but so far it's working out to 1 and 2. And there are also paper parallels. We've got 2 purple paper parallels numbered to 99, which I wasn't aware that those, obviously, until I hit them. So I wonder if there are how many other paper parallels there are. Dansby Swanson, Elliot Ramos, Tristan Casas, Xander Bogaerts. Sometimes forget to keep the cards in camera. Adley Rutschman, Christian Walker. I really like this set. I mean, even just the base cards are nice. And it's a 200 card set, easy to put together. I'm a bigger fan of the larger sets. My favorite are the old Topps Total, and then yeah, those were probably my favorites. Gosh, I wish they'd bring those back. I didn't like the way they did it. You had to buy, as on demand, and they didn't release it all at once. It was one series, and so they had literally 10 series because it's a 1,000 card set, and they did each 100. And there was a lot of good stuff you could hit in those, but yeah, it's when it's that big and it's not something that is like out and about that people know or they're going to be able to buy for a long time, especially the set builders. Um, it was I never even considered building the set because of how hard it would be to get. I don't want to buy that much. I'm not rich or anything, so I mean, I I would probably buy like 10 at a time. Hope maybe I got a nice collation where I got some, but yeah, even that was too much. And then to do it, I think it was every 2 weeks. I think that's how they released it, and that kind of is annoying too. So yeah, I didn't even consider James Wood. There's a good one. I did buy some of the series just because of some players that I was interested in getting some rookies and stuff. Connor Norby, Max Fried, and this is our dark blue foil. I don't know what it's called. Boy, that's really off center. A little rough up there too. But they're pretty cards. It's like candy cane, I guess you could almost say, in the foil. But yeah, you can feel the embossing on there. I'm glad they kept that, did that still. You can also feel it on the silvers. But I'm happy to get the chrome. I find it hard to believe that they're 1 and 2 boxes just because they're all numbered. Paul Skeens, I guess we'll see. I'm gonna keep opening these for a while because I really like the chrome cards. Because they got the holiday design too. You can see the garland there around the border. Brent Rooker. So it's not like it would look like the regular chrome. The regular chrome wouldn't have that, even if you got a parallel. Ben Rice. No luck on the set so far. Taylor Ward. But this box was actually from another order than the first 5, so that makes sense. Zabby Matthews, and that's probably why I was able to complete the set so easily, the first one, because it was 5 boxes from one retailer, so they probably got it out of a case, and I might have got lucky just getting a good string of the collation. Edgar Quero, Nick Abel, Dalton Rushing. The only thing I'm not crazy about this set, and I noticed they did it in basketball is even worse, is the first name is kind of, in basketball, it's just the border. The inside of the name or in the letters, it's the background. It's really hard to tell. Josh Smith. But yeah, I'm not crazy about that. In baseball, it's easier to see because they put some, um, background or the black inside the name. Junior Caminero had a monster year. That's a good one on the silver. Yeah, I had a feeling Junior was going to have a good year. Had him on a couple of my fantasy baseball teams, or at least my teams that I drafted. I just like drafting. Chris Bryant. Yeah, in baseball, it's too hard to keep up with the fantasy teams because you have to do it daily. I can't do that. I don't have time for that. Corey Seager, Zach DeCenzo, Geraldo Perdomo, Salvador Perez, Shota Imanaga, Grant McCray, Walker Buehler, Fernando Tatis Jr. Oh, we got a second snowflake. Wow. Wow. Huh. I'm going to have to take a look at the code on these because, yeah, I've never got more than one snowflake before. Or at least that I paid attention to, I guess. Yeah, the code's both 528. And just got a second snowflake. Corey Seager. Interesting. Yeah, this is the first time I got two in one box. I don't know what that means. Maybe I don't get only one short print because I had been getting two short prints per box. So maybe that's it. Replaces one of the short prints. Yusei Kikuchi, Marcelo Mayer, Christian Campbell, Augustin Ramirez, Cal Raleigh, Colton Cowser, O'Neill Cruz, Zach Gallen, and Francisco Lindor. And what was interesting too, it was flipped, it was face up. So, yeah, normally I'd see those, they were all face down. And there's a Kevin Alcantara silver. So I think that's our silvers. Yeah, obviously this last pack's going to be a short print because normally I got two per box. So I guess the snowflake replaced one of the short prints. Maybe that's the normal thing because maybe I got lucky with the short prints. Who knows? Ian Happ, Willie Adames, Jordan Westberg, Nick York, Spencer Schwellenbach, Zach Neto, I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm going with Neto. Brooks Lee, Austin Hayes, Thomas Sagizi, and Dylan Cruz, I assume, is going to be our short print. And you got the Christmas hat, so there you go. I wonder, does it say anything on these? I don't see anything. I know the code's different. Let me check the code. I believe the code will be 526, 523. That's what it is. Yeah, they're all 523. So far, I haven't hit any short prints with a different code other than this, the 523. But that's a good one. The Dylan Cruz. That's pretty good. Thank you.